Welcome to the session on creating and using a global security profile. In the demo, a step-by-step guide to implementing a multiple organization setup in Release 12. In the previous session, we have defined the item master organization for Office Smart in the US. The internal auditors at Office Smart have reviewed the items being purchased and the items manufactured by Office Smart in the US, Canada, and in India. They have determined that it would be best for Office Smart to go with a single item master for all geographies. The question now is, how do we implement a single item master across the security that we have implemented with multi-org access control, or Moac? With the current setup, is the item master accessible to inventory managers in Canada and India? If not, then what needs to be done to share the item master across geographies? In this session, we will resolve these commonly encountered issues using the features in Release 12. Click the Start Demo button to commence the demonstration. We will first of all perform a check to validate if the inventory responsibilities at Office Smart have access to the newly created item master. We begin with the inventory managers in the US. For each of the responsibilities, we will try to open the organization parameters form. Since the item master is the only inventory organization defined so far, we expect to see the form opening to display the parameters for the item master. Well, the form opened successfully. This confirms that inventory managers in the US do have access to our item master, our castle in the cloud. What about inventory managers in Canada? Let us see. So we see that inventory managers in Canada can also access the item master. If the item master is visible from the US, then it is also visible from Canada because inventory managers in both these countries share the same security profile. This is in keeping with the configuration we did in an earlier session. But, as we see here, inventory managers in India do not share the same security profile as do their North American colleagues. Can they see the item master? Let us do a check. This message makes it clear. The item master is not visible to inventory managers in India. If that is the case, how then will we implement a single item master worldwide for Office Smart? Setting the profile option HR Cross Business Group to yes at the responsibility level will not resolve this situation. We want inventory managers in India to be able to access only one specific inventory organization that does not belong to their business group. Is there a configuration that would help inventory managers in India selectively transcend the security that we have built using the multi-org access control features? Well, the answer has to be yes. We will need to create what is known as a global security profile. Let us do that. When defining a global security profile, we are not required to associate the profile to a business group. If you recall from our earlier sessions, when defining a local security profile, specifying which business group that profile belongs to is a mandatory requirement. However, as our situation demands, we will soon be associating a business group to this profile. We want the global security profile to grant access to all entities within the business group that we had earlier set up for Office Smart in India. That is precisely why we are including that business group in this security profile. Besides the business group for India, we also need access to the item master organization. This completes our configuring of this global profile. Having defined a new security profile, we need to run the security list maintenance program. If you recall, we did this in an earlier session when defining the security profiles for Office Smart users in the US, Canada, and India. These programs that we see here have been obsoleted for Release 12. It is a good practice to remove these from the list of programs that appear in the request group. The security list maintenance program keeps in sync static lists of data from the 5 tables that we see here. These tables belong to the HR schema. If we use security profiles to restrict user access to data, as we have implemented for Office Smart, then it is recommended to schedule the security list maintenance program to run once a day when users are not logged into the system. For example, the program can be scheduled to run every night. We press Ctrl L to invoke the list of values. With the concurrent programs completing successfully, we move to the next step. Now, we will assign the global profile to the responsibility of Office Smart India inventory managers. Although this will not help resolve our item master access issue, in the current situation it is recommended to update the MO security profile option with the global security profile. In an earlier session, we had assigned this security profile to Office Smart Inventory Managers in India. This is a local security profile and restricts access to any entities outside of the business group for Office Smart in India. We will replace this security profile with our global security profile. With the global security profile in place, we will save our work. At this stage, let us validate if the item master is accessible from India. This message confirms that there is one final configuration that we need to implement to resolve our situation. Pointing this profile option to the correct security profile is what will make all the difference. With the global security profile in place, we will save our work. Now, we will do a final check. Now, for the moment of truth. Finally, Office Smart Inventory Managers in India have access to the Item Master. This Item Master is associated to the business group for Office Smart US and Canada. Let us take a step back and review the big picture. In this session, we have created a global security profile that enables us to grant selective access for users in India to organizational entities that belong to the business group for US and Canada. This is over and above the data security maintained by the multi-org access control configurations. So this is what our selective access does. Office Smart Inventory Managers in India have regular access to the business group for Office Smart in India. Office Smart Inventory Managers in India are restricted from accessing the business group for Office Smart US and Canada. But Office Smart Inventory Managers in India can access the Item Master, which has been defined under the business group for Office Smart US and Canada. So, the Item Master that we had defined for Office Smart, our virtual organization, floating on a cloud, is now visible to inventory managers from all the 3 geographies. That is just what we wanted. This brings us to the end of this session. If you like this session, then we encourage you to try the complete video tutorial, a step-by-step guide to implementing a multiple organization setup in Release 12. The video tutorial has 12 comprehensive and detailed sessions and is licensed to play with full functionality for a period of 45 days from the date of first use. And what's more, if you run out of the 45-day license period, we will gladly provide you with a recharge of an additional 30 days at no extra cost. Just email us at creators@oracleappstrainingonline.com with your request. But wait, there is more. In appreciation for trying out our free download, please feel free to use the coupon code shown here to obtain a 25% discount on the price of the full video tutorial. Simply enter the coupon code after you click the Buy Now button.